everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Hyundai of Trenton to take a look at Hyundai's most inexpensive vehicle, the most affordable Hyundai you can buy. Here it is. This is the 2025 Hyundai Venue. Now, the Venue comes in 3 trim levels for the 25 model year: the base SE, the SEL, and this top trim Limited. This one, intense blue. We have black interior. It's an H-Tex cloth combination, front wheel drive. So you can let me know if you're in the market for a subcompact crossover. Is this Venue the way you would go? You can let me know as we go through the vehicle. So let's dig in. The front end of this intense blue Venue, we're moving closer to the front grille. And we do have LED daytime running lamps, LED headlights, standard bulbs for turn signals. We have that chrome finish on the upper part of the grille with the Hyundai badge right in the middle. Functionality in the grille, top and bottom. And we do have functional side air curtains as well. Now, as we come around to our wheel and tire package here on this Venue Limited, we have Hyundai's 17-inch aluminum alloy wheel, Hyundai badge on the center cap. These wheels are wrapped in Nexen all-season tires, 205 on the width of 55 series sidewall 17s, all 4 corners, front wheel drive. As we move on out, there is the intense blue with the flat black accents around the wheel wells and on the bottom of the doors. As we come in closer, we have our turn signals indicators right there on the front fender rather than the side view mirror. Color match side view mirror caps, color match front and rear door handle, left side fuel filler cap. Up top, color matched roof, aluminum finish on the roof rails, no sunroof. And then as we come around the back, we don't have much of a roof spoiler on the Venue. Wiper is down below on the glass. And then in the back, we do have some LED taillights, standard bulbs for turn signals, the Hyundai Venue right there in the middle of the tailgate, and then flat black on the rear bumper with our exhaust tucked up underneath the rear of the vehicle. We are under the hood of this 25 Venue Limited, and we have Hyundai's 1.6 liter inline 4-cylinder engine mated to an IVT. 121 horsepower, 113 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 29 in the city, 32 on the highway, 31 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, here we go. Base price for the 25 Hyundai Venue Limited, $23,350. This vehicle's got a few options on it, which we'll check out when we go through the window sticker. Once we add those in, and a destination and delivery charge of $1,450 from Hyundai's Ulsan, Korea assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $25,544. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, we'll move in closer. Black plastic across the top, no soft touch material up here. Black on your door handle, and then again hard black on the insert. We do have the H-Tex soft touch material on the armrest with the stitching, flat black on the switchgear. Not bad door pocket for a very small crossover. And then as we come into our foot box, we have a nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator with the floor mats in the rear of the vehicle at this time. Fuel filler release right down there by your left foot. As we come on out, seating wise, manual seats for both the driver and the front passenger. And then you have the Hyundai H-Tex soft touch material on the outside with stitching and piping. And then we have the fabric insert. We do have fairly firm bolstering and a fairly firm headrest. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver. We move over to our dash, hard black plastic, and we do have a shelf in here to put your phone in, but it is not rubberized, so things may slide around in there. And then down below, nice large glove box. And then as we come on over, we have the 8-inch infotainment system. And now this is the older infotainment system from Hyundai because Venue wasn't refreshed after the next generation system came out. So we have built-in nav, we have a touch screen, but it's wired CarPlay, Android Auto. surrounded by 2 heat and air vents with white trim, which I think is a nice touch. It does have pretty good pinch to zoom right there. And down here are all your controls to go through the system. So you have your radio, and what do we have for our radio? We have Sirius XM, we have HD AM and FM as well. We have our media where we can see everything, including our CarPlay and Android Auto, and it does have Sounds of Nature in here. And then we have our favorites, Seek for our music, the map, the navigation, and our general settings setup right here. Where you can get your vehicle settings, navigation settings, set up your speakers, set up your driver profile. You can swipe it on over Hyundai Blue Link to hook up the vehicle with your smartphone. Swipe back and go to our vehicle settings. From here, you can go ahead and set up your digital instrument cluster, your lights, doors, convenience, all that jazz in here. So it is fairly simple. And then we can go back right here to the home page, or we can come back and we can hit our map. But very easy to use, pretty good on the response, I would say. And then we have a nice large backup camera with trajectory, takes up the whole screen. And then we can go ahead and go back to park. And there you have it, pretty simple. Like I mentioned, there are the controls. We do have a power and volume, as well as a tuning knob over there, 4-way hazards, push button start. We do have a single zone climate control in this venue, and then we do have max defrost and rear defrost. And then down below here, you have a USB-A, a 12 volt, and USB-C with a wireless charging pad. And then here is the gear shift with the gator and the stitching to go through the IVT. Right here, we have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. There are the drive modes, which we'll check out when we go through the dash. 2 cup holders, manual brake, and then we do have our Hyundai key fob right here. Lock, unlock, remote start, panic button. And then we do have a fairly firm center armrest. We open that up and we have a larger area underneath for storage. Venue steering wheel, we do have a leather wrap wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches with the light gray cross stitch Hyundai badge on the horn button, round bottom wheel, but I have plenty of room to get in and out of this venue. For a subcompact crossover, it's got plenty of room for my head, shoulders, and knees at 5'11". No worries. Flat black on the switch gear. Over here on the left, you have your telephone voice commands, favorites, modes for your infotainment system, and volume. And then on the right side, you have your cruise control and safety suite controls and controls for the digital dash. No paddles. On the left here, you have your headlight controls, turn signals and high beams. And then on the right side, front and rear wiper. And then over here on the left, we can brighten dim the dash, traction control off. And we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel, even though it's a little stiff. And then we have our digital dash right there. And let's take a look at our drive modes. We have sport, we have snow, and we have normal. So I think today we'll leave it in normal. And then you have additional information you can go through across the top. And you can drop down to some sub-menus to see what you want to see when you're going down the road. Overhead console, if you want your dome lighting to come on and off to open and close the door, this button right here set in the center. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, lighting will dim out. SOS button in case there is an emergency on the road. And again, it's Blue Link. Hook up the vehicle with your smartphone. Now, I don't have a roof to show you, so we'll move to our rear view mirror. Framed rear view mirror with manual dimming function. And then sun visor with vanity and a light. And does it slide? Yes, it does. Getting in the back seat of this venue, but first the rear door panel, where we're going to have the same action. All hard black plastic with a soft armrest and the stitching. Now, the seat is set for my driving position, but this is a very small crossover. It's going to be a tight fit back here. So we're going to put our right foot in. Then we are going to twist and duck our head and bring in our left foot. Now, once I'm in at 5'11", I do have enough room for my head, shoulders, barely enough room for my knees. But if you're over 5'8" or 5'9", you're going to be ducking getting in the back of this. Now, we do have the H-Tex material on the back of the seat, but then we go plastic. no seat pocket behind the driver. We have a cargo net behind the front passenger, and I'm just never in love with cargo nets. And then in the back here, we do have 2 USB-Cs, and then an area right in here to store some things, maybe slide your phone. And then as we come to the back seats, it's the same H-Tex fabric combination with some cross stitch and insert design. Not bad, but we don't have a center armrest, and I would like to see a center armrest, especially in a top trim vehicle. Getting in the cargo area of the Venue, we do have a manual tailgate, so we come to the back, and right above the license plate there is a button. You hit it and lift up. Nice and light. Now with the rear seats up, 18.7 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Venue. Here are the floor mats that are carpeted. We also have the carpeted Venue cargo mat in here. And then underneath, we can lift up, and we have tools, jack, and a spare. So thank you, Hyundai, for the spare. Here are the cup holders that go in the back seat. It's inside the plastic, and I don't want to take them out. But instead of having the armrest, they have this that you can strap in between the backseat passengers, and it has 2 cup holders. Might have been just easier to make an armrest in the seat. I don't know. You let me know. You have some cubbies on either side. We do have some hangers right here. And then we have this removable tonneau cover. Now to get the rear seats down, you can either reach through and hit the button or go around each door. We're going to go around each door today because I don't feel like taking that tonneau cover out. But we pull the button, down they go, still pretty darn stiff. And then we come around to the right side of the vehicle and we pull this one down. And now, with the rear seats down and that tonneau cover out, we're looking at 31.9 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Venue. Window sticker, here we go, 25 Venue Limited, intense blue, black, standard equipment. Options. They charge you $65 for that removable cup holder. 25,544. MPG estimates. Government safety ratings. Made by Hyundai in Korea. Pick this baby up for a spin. All right, we're heading down the road in this 25 Venue Limited, and right off the bat, I got a lot of glass in this car. I got huge amounts of glass to see out of, no problem at all. Blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, pre-collision, all that action in here for safety. I got LED headlights and LED taillights up front and out back for safety as well. And for a $25,500 vehicle, I got myself the 8-inch infotainment system with built-in nav, wired CarPlay, Android Auto instead of wireless, but that's not the end of the world. I got a wireless charging pad, USB-A, USB-C connectivity, up front and out back, climate control, heated seats, 12 volt. I got up to almost 32 cubic feet of space with the rear seats down if I need some extra room for stuff. So if you're looking at a crossover and you need something that's quite inexpensive, you're going to be bebopping around town, you're going to be, let's say you live in an urban environment and you're going to be navigating the urban jungle, right? Navigating the streets of New York, Philadelphia, here in this area, Boston, Chicago, wherever you may be. This thing certainly can get around and get into the small parking spots and get into those tight areas in an urban environment. And I think that would be something that would be attractive for people that are living in the city. But it's got the naturally aspirated 1.6, right? Not a lot of horsepower, 121, 113. But you know what? The engine does get the vehicle up to speed all right. Because why? It's only 2,612 pound curb weight. It's not very heavy at all. It's really light. Now we're in normal mode, and I am getting some chassis vibration into the passenger cabin on this. Not surprising, considering how inexpensive the vehicle is. This is the suspension, though, not bad. The handling, not bad. It gets around. You know, obviously the handling is on the light side, but it is fairly direct, and the brakes feel good, but it's not going to be a quick vehicle. Now I'm feathering in the gas because this is a brand new engine, but it's not going to get you up and moving fast. You're going to need a little bit of leeway in this vehicle to get it up, let's say, onto the highway or something like that. But we do have a very tight 16.7 foot turning radius in the Venue, so it just whips right around. And down the road you go. So just give it a little juice and it'll get going. It is a light vehicle, but we're going to go ahead and move this drive mode to sport. We're going to move our gear shift to the left because they do allow you to shift through the simulated gears of this IVT manually, and we are going to try to shift this like we have a 6-speed manual transmission on the floor. So here we go. And the IVT doesn't do half bad. Downshifts. I just don't know how many people are going to go put this in sport mode and use the gear shift to shift through the simulated gears. I don't know if anybody's going to do that, but you know what? I figured I'd give you a demo, and it doesn't do half bad, but it's a really light, really small vehicle. And if you're on a budget and you need something with a little bit more room than, let's say, a compact sedan, the Venue's right up your alley. And again, we're talking about city driving as well. So you let me know if you're in the market, if you're in the city, if you're in a congested area, and you're looking for a small, nimble vehicle, would the Venue be something you would look at and consider buying? You can let me know, put it in the comments, or are you going to go somewhere else? And if you are, where else would you go to spend your hard-earned money? Put that in the comments as well. But I do want to thank Hyundai of Trenton for allowing the channel access to this brand new 2025 Hyundai Venue Limited for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.